Going to record.
Yes. So I will record this for Valerie. And so what you want to do is create a rectangle. Okay. And you want to split it up into 4 pieces. Now, then you're going to split up each of those fourths into halves. So if from here to here is 1/4 of the whole, then how much is it from here to here? Raise your hand. Jason B?
1/8 of the whole.
That's right. And how, if I wanted to color in 3/8 of the whole, how would I do that? Eleanor.
Color until the blue line.
How many of these eighths?
1.
That's only 1/8. What if I want 3/8?
Color until the next blue line.
Oh. Does everybody see that that equals 3/8? So this is from here to here is 3/8. 3/8. So let's look at the problem that I gave you on the other page. It said Joe saved $264. And let's write that right over here, $264. He spent 3/8 of that to buy a camera. How much did the camera cost? So I don't want you to actually solve it yet. I want to ask you, what would you do? What are you thinking would be the best way to solve that? So what do you guys think? Tony? Yeah. Who has an idea of how we could solve that? Stella, what are you thinking?
This is just a guess.
Say again, honey.
This is just a guess, but I think if 264 was 3/8, maybe.
Well, 264, Stella, is the whole amount. The whole amount that he saved was 264, but he only had to spend 3/8. He only had to spend 7/8. Okay, so Jason E, can you put that away, please? And until the end of class, would you be able to do that for me, Jason? Jason E, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, great. So guys, I need to find out what is 3/8 of 264. What do you think, Jason E? What should we do first?
We will divide it into.
Oh,
Yes.
did you, wait a minute, Jason, did you just say to divide 264 into 8 pieces?
Yes.
And then guys, after we do that, what should we do? What do you think, Jason B? After we divide 264 by 8, don't we have to now multiply that answer by something?
By 3.
Yes. Everybody do it now. Everybody do it. We're going to multiply We're going to divide by 8 and then multiply by 3. Everybody get to work.
Okay, I realize I'm just raising my hand for nothing. I should just probably take it down. Should I?
Yeah, I guess.
Jason B, why did you put your camera down? Are you doing some secret spy agent stuff?
Okay, Eleanor, did you already divide that by 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I multiplied it by 3.
Okay,
too.
let's do this. Let's have Stella tell us the division, and you're going to tell us, Eleanor, the multiplication. Okay? And everybody listen to Stella. Go, Stella.
264 divided by 8 equals to 33.
I totally agree. And then Eleanor.
33 multiplied by 3 is 99.
Wow. And guess what, guys? That is exactly what the camera cost. $99. Now, I was wondering if there's another way that we can look at this. For instance, one of the things that I'm thinking is this. One of the things that I'm thinking is this. If I wrote down 3/8 of 264, who knows what the word of means when you have a fraction of a number? Jason B, can you show your video? Because I can't. Very good. Very good. Yeah, don't turn off the video, please. So what is the word of? I have 3/8 on the left. I have 264. I might as well write that as a fraction because all numbers can be written as a fraction. 264 over 1 is 264 wholes. Now, who can tell me what operation, addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? What is the of mean? Anybody want to take a chance? Go ahead, Eleanor.
Division.
Yeah. Well, when you have a fraction, hold on a second. When you have a fraction, 3 divided by 8. Eleanor, this is of 3 of 8. And guess what? That is
Division.
because that's one fraction though. This right here, Eleanor, that means division, but that's just a fraction. But what does the word of mean when you take a fraction of something else? Stella?
Maybe so you divide.
No, it's guys, what do you think? Jason E, what do you think?
I think out of.
It's multiplication. It's multiplication. Now guess what? You're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. Okay, you ready for this? It's multiplication, but we do the same thing that you and I did. You would never multiply across before you simplify. So 264 divided by 8, what did we find? 33 to 1. And now, when you multiply across, 3 times 33 is
99.
99. And that is how we do it. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little practice doing this. I'm going to say 1/2 of 264. Now, can't we write that as 1/2 times 264 over 1? And doesn't that just mean that we have to cross cancel 264 and 2? And who knows how many times 2 divides into 264? Answer. Go ahead, Jason.
132.
Oh, yes, it is. 132 to 1. 132 times 1, of course, 132. Now let's do something a little harder. Let's do 5/8 of 424. So 5/8 of 424. So Jason E., can you unmute yourself and can you get started on this? Remember, first write it as 5/8 times 424 over 1. Remember, the first thing you want to do is divide 424 by 8 and then multiply by 5. Jason E., I don't see you working. Everybody else is working, Jason E. Put that down right now and pick up your pencil and get to work. Come on, you can do this. Jason E., put that down right now, please. Okay, so this time we're going to start with Eleanor for the division. So 424 divided by 8. Okay, Eleanor.
33.
I agree. Therefore, we have 53 to 1. And now, who did the 53 times 5? How about you, Jason E? Did you do the 53 times 5? Oh, Jason E, you're not working. You're holding that toy, and if you hold that toy, it's not gonna work. Go ahead, Jason B.
265.
265 is correct. That is 5/8 of 424.
That's correct.
Let me see. Pick it back a little bit, Jason, so I can see it. I don't see 265, buddy. I don't see 265. So next time you got to work a little bit harder. Okay, stay with it. And okay, now let's look at this problem here. Mary packed 117 muffins in bags of 6. So that means that each bag had 6 muffins. And I'm going to draw a little picture of a bag holding 6 muffins. Okay? And so that's a bag with 6 muffins. But she had 117 in total. How many bags does she need? Now, this is a very, very clever question. Let's start it and let's see what you come up with. So there's something you have to do first. The only person that's not working right now is Jason E. Jason E, put your paper down, pick up your pen, and get working, please.
$155.
Well, 155 doesn't make sense because you first have to divide. You have to divide 117 by 6. Jason, why don't you work on that? You have to cut 117 into 6. So Stella, what did you get for that?
I got 19 with a remainder of 3.
19 with a remainder of 3. So 19 and 3/6. And 19 and 3/6 is the same as 19 and 1 what? Come on, everybody. Go ahead, say it. Right. So wait a minute. Who thinks they know the answer to the question? How many bags will she need? Eleanor?
I think she needs 20 bags.
Why is she going to need 20 bags when 117 divided by 6 is 19 and a half? Why would she need 20, Eleanor?
Because there are 3 that she cannot fit in the last bag.
Right. So there's going to be 19 bags that look like this. And then there's going to be 1 bag. And let's see if Mr. Kramer can copy that right now. This bag right here is going to only have how many in it?
3.
1, 2, 3. So there's going to be 1 bag with actually only 3 muffins with a total of 20 bags. Wow, that was great work. Not good work, great work. Okay, so now I want to do this question again, but I'm going to give you different information. Mary packed 100 17. No, no, no. No, no, no.
Why?
Because Mary is very hungry. So she created 385 muffins. And each bag carried 7 muffins. So now you guys are going to have to divide 385 by 7. Go, go, go. Pick up that pencil. Get started. And I'd like Jason E. to give this a shot and really pay attention to this one. Noah's got it. Jason E., do you have it?
168,000.
Let me see it, honey. 168. Let me ask you, Jason, put the page down. How many times, Jason, does 7 go into 30?
I'm going into 38 3 times.
No, 7 times 3 is 21. How many times does 7 go into 38, Jason? Come on, Jason.
5 times.
Right, because 7 times 5 is what?
35.
35. So what's the remainder, Jason, when 7 goes into 38 5 times? How much is left over? Jason, how much is left over? Come on, Jason, stay with me here. How much is left over? Come on, when you take 35 away from 38, Jason, 3. And then 7 goes into 35. How many times?
8 times.
No, 7 goes into 35, Jason. Come on, you can do this, buddy. Come on, Jason, look up, look up. 7 goes into 35. How many times? How many times?
8 times.
Not 3, buddy. You know it's 5. You told me it's 5. You have to pay attention. So 385 divided by 7 is 55. How many bags then would she need? How many bags would she need?
3 bags.
She needs 55 bags. That's right, because there's no remainder. There's no remainder. She would need 55 bags. Okay, good job for everybody. And now we're going to talk about something called divisibility rules. So every number is divisible by 1, which means that 1 can be divided into any number evenly. So 80 divided by 1 is 8. 75 divided by 1 is 75. 47 divided by 1 is
47.
11.
7. So we know that 80, 75, and 47 are all divisible by 1. Now, who can give me the rule for divisibility by 2? And everybody needs to look up. Jason E., you need to be looking up at the screen. What's the rule for divisibility of 2? Go, Eleanor.
You have to make sure that every number is even.
Ah, so only even numbers, and even numbers end in what? Who can tell me? Who can tell me? Even numbers. Stella?
Either 0, 2, 6, 4, or 8.
0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. That's right. Now, Jason B, can you give me the divisibility rule for, well, actually, is 80 divisible by 2? Jason E, is 80 divisible by 2?
No. No.
E, does it end in a 0, 2, 4, or 8?
0. So it's divisible by 2.
Right. So don't say no when the answer is clearly yes. Jason B, what about 75?
No.
No, that,
Because it ends in a 5, which is not 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8.
right. So it's not. No, no, no. In fact, we'll just even put the word no. How about 47, Eleanor?
No,
No.
that's an odd number.
Right, right. Now, who can tell me the rule for divisibility by 3? Jason B, you know that rule?
No. The divisibility by 3 is when the number is even. 3.
No, that's for divisibility by 2. For divisibility by 3,
Odd number.
you add, you add the digits of the number. So let me show you what to do here. You're going to add the digits of the number. So for instance, is the number 111, is that divisible by 3? Well, let's see. We add them up. What do we get? 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals what?
3.
Guess what? It is divisible by 3. And watch this. Jason E, it would be great if you looked up at the screen because great things are going to happen. So 3 goes into 11 3 times, remainder 2. 3 goes into 21 7 times. And we know that it works. What about the number 227? No, I don't like that one. Yeah, I like that one. 227. Is that number divisible by 3? Who can try this one? Who can try this one? Is 227 divisible by 3, guys? Eleanor, what do you think?
Yes.
And that's because when you add 2 plus 2 plus 7, what do you get?
11.
Is 11 divisible by 3?
No.
Then 227 is not divisible by 3. But don't take my word for it. Let's test it, Eleanor. 3 goes into 22 7 times, remainder 1. 3 goes into 17 5 times, remainder 2. Guess what? There's a remainder, so it's not divisible. Now, I want to ask all of you, what about the number 111,111? Is that divisible by 3? Think about it. Think about it. On 3, 1, 2, 3, go.
Yes.
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 It adds up
Yes.
to what?
6.
And so therefore, now, don't take my word for it. Let's actually do the division. 3 goes into 11, 3 times remainder 2. 3 goes into 21. 3 goes into 1, 0 times remainder 1. 3 goes into 11, 3 times remainder 2. And 3 goes into 21, 7 times. No remainder. Awesome. So now, is 80 divisible by 3? Raise your hand. No. Raise your hand. Go ahead, Eleanor.
No.
Because 8 plus 0 is 8. 8 is not a multiple of 3. And so remember, the sum must be a multiple of 3. Now, Stella, what about 75? Is that a multiple of 3? And Jason, you should be doing this too. 7 plus 5. And is that sum divisible by 3?
No, not divisible.
Wait, Jason, raise your hand, buddy. Raise your hand. I asked Stella, Stella, is 75 divisible by 3? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, did you add 7 plus 5? Did you add 7 plus 5, Stella? Yes or no?
Yeah, it's 12.
Okay, is 12 a multiple of 3?
No.
Count by 3, Stella.
Yes.
Of course it is. So is 75 divisible by 3?
Yes.
Of course, the answer is yes, because 12 is a multiple of 3. Now, how about 47? Jason, 47. Is 47 a multiple of 3? Remember, you have to add 4 plus 7, Jason. What is 4 plus 7, Jason, E?
4 plus 7 is 11.
Is 11 a multiple of 3?
Yes.
Count by 3s, Jason, right now. Come on, unmute yourself, buddy. Unmute
3,
yourself.
6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 9, 12.
Yeah, is 11 one of those numbers?
No,
And
no.
11 is not a multiple of 3. Jason, is 47 a multiple of 3?
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Jason, no, it is not. If you add the digits, Jason, 4 plus 7, you get 11. 11 is not a multiple of 3. Jason, do you understand that? And please stop turning off your video. Please stop muting yourself. Jason, can you remember those rules? All right. We're going to go on to someone else now. Divisibility by 4. Who thinks that 80 is divisible by 4? Raise your hand if you know. And Jason E., unmute yourself right now and leave yourself unmuted like I asked you. Okay, so on 3, 1, 2, 3, go.
Yes.
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 Yes, 80 is divisible by 4 because 20 is divisible by 4 and 80 is 4 20s. Now, what do you guys think about 75 and 47?
No.
Why not, Eleanor?
Because that's not even.
Guys, there's no way that 4 is going to go into an odd number, ever.
You have to first make sure that it's even.
Right. It must be even. And it must be a multiple of 4. And 75 and 47 are not. Now, who knows the divisibility rule for 5? It's a very special rule. And it's very similar to the rule that we have for 2. Please, Jason B., give us that rule.
has to end in a 0 or 5.
It has to end in 0 or a 5. Well, does 80 end in a 0 or 5?
Yes.
Yes.
Therefore, 80 is divisible by 5. What about 75? Is 75 a multiple of 5?
Yes.
3, 1, 2, 3. Yes. What
Yeah.
about 47?
No.
No, it is not. It is not. Now, the divisibility rule for 6 is one of my favorite rules. And the reason why I love it is because the number must be divisible by 2 and
Divisible by 3.
by 3. And why is that? Because 2 times 3 equals what?
6.
Exactly. So now, is the number 80 divisible by 6? Don't answer fast, but what I want you to do is I want you to look at the 2 columns here, because you'd have to have a check next to both of these in order for the number to be divisible by 6. Do any of these numbers have checks on both 2 and 3? No. So none of these numbers can be a multiple of 6, because you would have to have a check on both of them. Now, who can come up with a number that is a multiple of 6? And I want you to give me a 3-digit number. Why don't you all write down as many 3-digit numbers as you can think of that are multiples of 6? Remember, they have to be even and they have to be multiples of 3. I'll be right back.
I got one already.
Okay, I want everybody to come up with a bunch of numbers. Hold on a second. Let's see. Okay. Okay, we'll start with you, Eleanor, and then we'll go to Stella, Jason B, and then Jason E. Okay, remember, they have to be multiples of 2 and 3. Go.
102, 108.
Wait. Hold on, sweetie. Hold on. So 102, I agree with that. Go again.
108.
I agree.
114.
Amazing.
120. 126.
Give me one more.
132. And I
Beautiful.
actually have to see more.
Oh, I bet you do. I bet you do. And guys, look at this. If you add the digits, everybody look up. This one adds up to 3, 9, 6, 3, 9, 6. They're all multiples of 3 and they're all even numbers. Okay, Stella, what about you?
Well, I'm still multiplying though.
Well, come on, let's do it right now. Just throw out some digits and make sure it's an even number and the digits add up to a multiple of 3.
I haven't made sure yet.
Well, just try one. Just say the first digit, any digit.
242.
All right, now add up the digits. Is the sum of 242 a multiple of 3? If the answer is yes, you got it. If not, we'll erase one and maybe add to it. Stella, what's the sum of 2, 4, and 2?
10.
The sum of 2 plus 4 plus 2. 8. Is 8 a multiple of 3, Stella?
No.
No. So that's not a multiple of 6. But Stella, what if you had a 2 and a 4 and needed one more digit? 2 plus 4 is 6. What digit would you want to add?
8.
8? That's not going to get you a multiple of 3. Come on. 2 plus 4 is 6. If you
3.
add a 3, 342, that's a multiple of 6. Now write down a bunch more. Jason B, go.
No. 150, 600, 300, 360.
Wait a minute. I want you to say them so I can hear them. If you just say them so you can say them, nobody will get to understand it.
150,
I agree.
600, 300, 360, 336.
Give me one more.
945.
I totally agree, but not the last one. Can anybody tell me why the last one is not a multiple of 6? Who can tell me? Raise your hand. Jason E, you're not even looking at the number. Jason E, why is 945 not a multiple of 6?
Is this even number?
Because it's not a 0 or a 6 as the ending.
Right, it has to be an even number, Jason B. So Jason B, can you fix it?
Yes,
Can you fix it, Jason B?
yes. 8 is
948.
Ah, now I agree. Nice job, Jason B, and nice explanation, Jason E. Jason E, unmute yourself. Okay, Jason E, you're up. Jason E, go ahead.
I think
Go ahead.
100 and the 106 and the 306.
Wait a minute, Jason. 306, when you add 3 plus 6, you get 9. That's a multiple of 3. Jason, is 6 plus 1 a multiple of 3?
Yes.
Jason, come on. 7 is not a multiple of 3. 7 is not. You said to me 3, 6, 9, 12. 7 is not one of those. Therefore, 106 is not. Jason, do you have another one?
I think 300.
That's true. Very good. Can you think of another one?
6 million.
I agree with that. In fact, why don't we just say 6,666,666? What do you think about them apples? And Stella, did you come up with any more?
Yes.
Go.
468
Oh, I love it. Great job.
and 123.
Uh-oh. Odd number alert. It has to be an even number.
Add 3 or minus 3. Add 3 or minus 3. 再加一个3或者减个3。
Do you have another one, Stella?
No, I'm still thinking.
Okay, so guys, great job on this. Great job on your multiples of 6. Now, what about multiples of 7? Are any of these numbers multiples of 7? I want you to raise your hand. I want you to look at these numbers to see if they are multiples of 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
No.
No, no, and no.
Yeah.
Well, let's prove it. Are you ready? Let's
Yeah.
count by 7. Go. 7, 14. Come on, guys.
1, 28.
Now, wait. Stop. Nobody else is doing it. Stella, Jason B, and Jason E. Let's work together. Start from the beginning. 7, 14, 21,
28, 35,
49, 42,
49.
Very, very nice. Now, multiples of 8. Are any of these numbers multiples of 8? We're going to start with you, Stella. Are any of these numbers multiples of 8, Stella?
Well, 80 is.
Of course it is. 8 times 10. Now, Jason E, what about 75 and 47? Odd numbers. Are these two odd numbers multiples of 8?
No.
No, because odd numbers can never be multiples of even numbers. Never. Okay, now, who knows the rule for 9? Divisibility rule for 9. It's a really fun rule. Does anybody know the rule? Maybe you'll recognize it. What do you think, Stella? I mean, Eleanor.
Had to end was 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9.
No, that's not the rule. It has nothing to do with the ending number. Now, Eleanor, that rule is for 2, 5, and 10. 2, 5, and 10. But the rule for 9 is this. Add the digits. Wait a minute. Is there another rule like that? Is there another rule like that? Say it. Come on, isn't that the same rule for
Yeah.
3?
Yeah.
The same rule. So it's the same rule, guys. So is the number 918 a multiple of 9? Come on, add up the digits. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 8 is 18. 18 is a multiple of 9. Now, what about this number here? 234. Is that a multiple of 9? I'm going to
No.
ask Jason E. Is that a multiple of 9? And you have to look up 234. Add the digits first and stop Jason B just so Jason E can think on his own. Very important. Jason E, you are muted. You have to unmute yourself and keep yourself unmuted at all times, buddy. Come on. Is 234 a multiple of 9?
No.
Did you add the digits, Jason? What's 2 plus 3 plus
9,
4?
9. So
Is
is
it a
it
multiple? Of course.
Yes.
It's a yes. Jason, you've got to do the work. You've got to do the work. So can anybody tell me, are any of these numbers divisible by 9? Raise your hand. Are any of these numbers 80, 75, or 47? So Stella, can you answer that?
No.
And I agree, none of these are. And the rule for 10 is it has to end in a what? Go ahead.
0.
And do any of these end in a 0?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which one?
The first one, 80.
And no, and no. All right. So there we are. There we are. And now I want to ask you a really special question. Oh, hold on.
Hold on.
All
Oh
right.
no.
Just on.
I
So-
said it
Hold
was.
on.
Anybody know the rule for 11? Now, this is a crazy rule. You know the rule, Jason B?
The digits have to be the same.
No, only 2-digit numbers. Only numbers like 11, 22, 33.
So all we can say is I don't think any of them.
Now, are you ready for the rule?
Yeah.
Let's say the number is 2, 3, 5, 8, 2, and 1. And I'm going to start you out this week, and then I'll finish next week. I'm going to help you. Yeah. Hey, Craig, just yell for him and just tell him he's helping. 0, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. If it equals 11, a 0, a negative 11, it's a multiple of 11. So watch this. 2 plus 5 plus 2 is 9. 3 plus 8 plus 1 is 12. 9 minus 12 is not 11, 0, or negative 11. So this number is not a multiple of 11. And we will do more of these next week. So for instance, if I did a number like this, 1, 3, let's see, 3, 1, plus, minus, plus, minus. And look at that. 1 plus 3 is 4. 3 plus 1 is 4. And 4 minus 4 is
0.
So 1331 is a multiple of 11. Okay, guys, I'll see you next week. Have a great week, and I'll see you back in Boston. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.